Yeah, Black Men Unplugged. Go make them believe everything you said you gon' do, you gotta achieve. Fish a crown king, keep it real, then find you a queen. Feeling unplugged, but I'm here to plug in your dreams. All the things you see, I guarantee, it's not what it seems. Gotta be conscious on reality, break from the screen. Gotta find peace inside your mind with heavenly things. Got us unplugged, but forgot we plugged in the streets. Kept us disconnected, but forgot we plugged in with kings. Know you struggling, it's a lot, you gotta succeed. Got us unplugged, but forgot we plugged in with kings. Unplugged. I know you're struggling, it's a lot. You gotta succeed, gotta unplug, but for
What's up, brother?
What's poppin', brother?
Ain't nothing. Just another day. Another day in this podcast world, bro. In this crazy ass world we live in. It's another episode of Black Men Unplugged. I'm your host J3. This my partner Deen. Um, we got one, big dog on his way in. Bruce, OG. We're gonna tap in with us in a minute. But what's up, dog? I gotta get better at our intro, but we gonna work on it. You
I
hear me?
mean, we got work on that, bro. We got
Shit.
time. You feel me? Like I said,
That's
ain't no
all
rush for nothing. But I'm cool, bro. I just got back from vacation. That's why I had to wear the hat because my forehead two
right.
different
Show your
colors.
tan
So
lines.
nah,
Show your tan
nah,
lines. Let,
I
let,
just
let
wear
the
nothing.
women see the tan line.
Hell no, boy. I ain't let me see nothing. I ain't had a chance to do nothing since I got back too. I still got some things that I need to do. Straighten up and shit a little bit, but I mean, we here, bro. What's up with you? How your mental looking?
Shit. Um, it's looking, brother. It's good. It's good. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's straight. Working through some shit, figuring out how to deal with shit a certain way. But other than that,
Facts,
nigga locked in on some rebuild shit, rebranding. You know what I'm saying?
facts,
Instead
facts.
of trying to, speed life over myself, so you call it different instead of starting over. We just rebranding and keeping it moving. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it, bro. You
Locked in.
feel me?
Saying giving God all the grace. That's all. How you
There you
looking
go.
over there?
Looking good, bro. Um, Same here, man. I'm just enjoying myself, bro. Taking it one day at a time. Same old, same old. Still in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Still doing my thing, taking my time, and just relaxing, bro. Learning how to actually live life instead of just being a part of life. You feel
Real
me?
shit.
So, um,
Real shit.
giving myself more grace. You feel me? Um, you know, we all had them days when we just don't feel like doing shit. And
Not at
I've been
all.
having them days more often than not now, but I kind of give myself that I give myself permission at times to not do shit. So that's that, bro.
So how you gonna how could how do you leverage that mindset to into success? Due
Mm.
to the fact I'm asking you that, due to the fact that it's like I think sometimes we do get that. Man, I give myself permission to sit down when we know, but we still know we ain't where we supposed to be yet.
Oh
But I
yeah,
guess on the
absolutely.
flip side of that shit, you got to give yourself a break. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of your mind, your body before you can keep moving. Because if you keep going, you're gonna
Yeah,
break down at some point. So you got to stay locked in. So I get it.
absolutely, bro. I've listen. I've had those times where you know, I love to say this quote, right? Because people say, I used to hear folks say it all the time. They always say, "A jack of all trades is a master of none." But
Mm-hmm.
people would they still people would use that quote, utilize it, but they would never speak and say what the second half of that quote is. And it's actually a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I've had times where, of course, I played the jack of all trades, and you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to wear so many different hats at one time, and it's easy to get burnt out, right? It's super easy as a human being to get burnt out on certain things. Whether you're doing well, whether you're starting off in the beginning, the middle, whatever, right? It's easy to get burnt out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but again, it's okay to give yourself permission sometimes to relax and chill. Like for some reason, as human beings, we feel like we have to be on go all the time, and we don't, right? I don't believe in working hard. I believe in working smart.
Boy,
You know what
facts.
I'm saying? So I don't need to work hard if I'm working smart. Everything is gonna flow the way that it's supposed to anyway. So I don't need to do that. And my motto is always this, bro. Like I love a quote Dave Chappelle said that his father told him, something that he said, and it was, name your price. You know, as for whatever you're trying to do. If you're going into any industry, if you a career, a job, whatever it is, name your price. And when the price gets too high, get the fuck out. You know, you get out. And I think, especially when it comes down to life, I think so many people are not in tune with themselves, and they're more in tune into what other people are doing or what other people have, and they don't have an idea of what they actually want out of life or what
Mhm.
they want. Period. Right? It's like if I ask you, okay, if I give you I give you $10 million. What's the first thing you're gonna do? You see how your head popped up and you move like that?
10 mil, just
Ten
tax free,
mil, 10 mil
tax free.
tax free. I gave you $10 million tax free. What's the first thing you're gonna do?
Shit, thank God. First purchase, probably clear my debt, everything, clear all debt, clear
Okay,
all
and
that
after
out.
that,
Uh, buy some land for real. Now that learning from the process of being a realtor and being around, $1 million people, go buy some land. You know what I'm saying? Hold on to some land. Probably buy a crib, invest, go give me like a small apartment building or something that's gonna make some type of residual funds. Yeah. So I mean that's the way I thinking about it though. So I don't know how a normal person, still out in the hood, struggling for real, and ain't really had I guess a chance to feel some shit like that or be around that type of money or influence or that knowledge.
right?
So my you asking me that is like it's kind of like the wouldn't make it makes sense, but it's like my mind frame a little different now than what it would have been, should I say, 2 years ago, bro. Because you would have asked me that shit two
Absolutely.
years ago, nigga. I probably would have told you on motorbike and some other stupid shit here. I probably would have told you all type of crazy shit, boy. Everything but the
Right.
right. Yeah, but
And honest, bro, I say all that to say, um, I think that's what some folks need to understand and realize. How much money do you need? What's comfortable? What would put you in a position where you're comfortable enough to say, you know what, I'm good. I'm straight right here. Because some folks will say, man, dog, if I had $1 billion, and I don't think some people actually, their minds can actually understand or realize how much $1 billion is. And I know 85% of most people's problems everyday life is money. That's most people's problems, right? Money. If people have more, they'll be okay. They'll be more relaxed. And I ask you that question because oftentimes I'll say, man, listen, you don't actually need to do nothing. You don't need to buy nothing. You don't need to invest in nothing. You don't actually need to do nothing.
you don't think so?
If you had, listen to me, what I'm telling you. If you had $10 million, let's say you took 2 million, 4 million, like for me myself, my two kids, I put 2 million up for each, right? So I put 2 million
Mhm.
up for my son, 2 million up for my daughter. That's done, right? So I'm good. Now I got six. I could put myself on $150 to $200,000 salary a year, and I could live all the rest of my life in peace. I don't have to do shit because
Yeah,
by the time, if
really
I
live
put it,
I don't know.
even if I put it in a high yield savings account at 5%, and neither can touch it until at 25, they set. You don't have anything to worry about. It's all about you and what you want, and what you're trying to do with yourself. If you're trying to create that type of legacy, then of course, absolutely, right? But
Mhm.
I say that because in the beginning, remember, I say that most people are trying to live the life they see others living versus the life that they want to live for themselves.
Facts, facts,
You know what I
facts.
mean? So it's like, yeah, I get it. People will say, well, shit, if you got a 10 million, you got to go invest in. I mean, yeah, if you have kids, you put something up for them. If you don't want to do anything, you don't have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really don't. You don't have to. You could just relax and chill. Matter of
I mean,
fact, you can get
if,
yourself a
I mean,
high yield savings account.
that's if you know how to handle
How to
money
handle
too.
and manage your money. Yeah.
That's how you manage your money. You got the discipline to have that type of money because that 10 million, for real, 10 million sound like a lot, but when a nigga start buying shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit starts to dwindle real quick if you don't have residual income. Because you gotta think about it. Most niggas that get $10 million, you gonna go buy $1 million house.
Right.
Your house gonna be between 900 to 2 million. Cause you know what I'm saying? Just
That's
for
crazy work.
that's
That's
crazy.
crazy work. If
But
you got 10 million and you got a million,
you got 10 million and what you gonna do is you gonna go buy from a house that's gonna be like 900 to damn near 2 million, bro. Cause niggas gonna want the land, they gonna want the big ass house. You know what I'm saying? You gonna want the pool in the backyard for the kids. You gonna want the land. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? You gonna
absolutely.
want all that
Yeah.
shit. You gonna want the inside to look a different, a certain way. Yeah, you got your girl. Whoever your girl, your wife is gonna be, she ain't gonna want no cheap shit because y'all got $10 million.
Right.
You see
But
what
that's
I'm
why
saying?
you got to be careful who you pick too.
Hey man, I don't give a fuck who you pick. Nigga, that women gonna be women, bro. You not gonna stop a woman from being a woman, bro.
That
If
could be
she's
that's
not about to
necessary.
go,
I
you ain't
get
never
that.
saw a rich woman go to Walmart and buy they drapes. Like
Shit, bro.
name one.
Answer this question for me. What's the
Name
most drip? Listen. Check this out. Check this out. What car do you think that most wealthy people drive? What cars? Two
a
brands.
Mercedes Benz. And a Mercedes Benz
Nope,
or a
you're
fucking
wrong.
I say a Mercedes Benz now 2026 a Tesla.
Nope, wrong.
What it
Try
is.
again. Try again, Marasaga.
And it better not be no fucking Bentley or fucking
Nope,
Jaguar or some shit.
nope. Toyota and Honda.
The fuck out of here, boy.
Google it. Use your phone right now. Google it.
Man, fuck out of here. You saying wait, white? We talking about white or we talking about in the black community?
We talking about both. Google
You
it.
talking about in general. There's rich people in
In
general.
general, in general, in general.
I mean a lot of wealthy.
See, we mistake the facade of seeing celebrities. Do we think that your average unknown wealthy person, because there's way more wealthy unknown people than there are wealthy people who are known, right? So when we think about you might think about Elon, Zuckerberg, all these different. What do you see them driving? You don't ever see them talking about their cars. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Bezos got a fire yacht.
Oh no, yeah, Bezos got a planet sitting on that water, boy.
He got, you know what I'm
That's
saying? But as for,
a boat.
outside of that,
Yeah.
nah, bro, that's what those people drive.
I think old boy got that nigga hit a trillion.
I
Tesla
think he did, but I don't think he's there
with that
anymore.
SpaceX shit.
Yeah, I think he did, but I don't think he's there anymore.
Like just imagine giving that shit that type of money to a nigga fresh out the hood. You think the first thing that they gonna do is responsible? Get the fuck out of here.
I get that, but the crazy part is if I give you $1 trillion, you're gonna find it
You
real
ain't gonna
hard to
know
spend
what
that
to
shit.
do with it. You
It's
ain't gonna
not
know what
even
say.
you're gonna find it real hard to spend that shit.
A trillion?
$1 trillion. You think you can spend
Man,
$1 trillion?
now wait, you got it. You got all right. This quiz cool.
Bro, you think you can spend $1 trillion?
I look at it like this. It depends on the person that you giving the money to, fam. The type of person, where they from in a background. Because the background matters. Education level matters. You feel me? When we really get
Yeah.
real to it, right?
Yeah.
So if you giving a motherfucker 20 mil, if I give 5 people $20 million and all 5 of them got different backgrounds, different personalities, and all that shit, they gonna spend that money different. That's just common sense, right? I'm
Absolutely.
saying
No, but
you give a nigga out the hood, out the projects, 20 million, you think his first purchase is gonna be responsible?
no, absolutely not.
Fuck no. No, not at all. So I just you gotta
But this is
grow,
the crazy
you gotta
part.
be around it.
But this is the crazy part when most niggas don't know and understand. If I give you 20 million and you you got to remember this is tax-free money. You ain't got to pay no
Yeah,
taxes on this
you
money.
gotta pay no taxes on it.
You got to pay no taxes. So if you limited yourself to $150,000 salary a year, that means you only spend $150,000 of that money a year.
Mm-hmm.
In 100 years, you wouldn't have spent that 20 million. Think about that. See, when you think about the amount, your brain immediately scrambles because you can't fathom that because you may have never touched it before, so you can't fathom it really, right? It's like me telling you about a dinosaur, how vicious and how crazy. You thinking to yourself, man, I seen Jurassic Park, but you can't really fathom it because you never seen it before. But if I tell you about a lion, you've seen a lion, you've gone to the zoo, you've
Yeah,
heard a lion roar before, you've seen all this shit, nigga. You gonna be like, yeah, yeah, them motherfuckers ain't nothing to play with because you've seen it, you understand it, so you get it. But you see what I'm saying? 100 years, bro.
I
At
just feel like you give
150,000,
the wrong person a debit card and say, nigga,
that
you
been
don't have
unlimited.
no limit. Yeah, you don't have a limit, son. I'm telling you, like, you get a wrong nigga that card, son, it's over with.
But see, this the crazy part though, bro.
Just saying,
Think
bro.
about this. After you bought, that's matter of fact, fuck it. You bought yourself a house. You bought yourself a mansion. You done bought yourself 4 other properties. You got your one down in Florida. You got your one
Heard.
in Cali. You got your one in Colorado. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Where you go do you do your thing, and then you got your a skyline penthouse. You feel me in New York City. You don't hit and touched everything. I mean, if you want to go Texas, you can go Texas too. But at the same time, you ain't gotta do that. You everything. You got every spot. Matter of
Yeah,
fact, fuck it. You don't even got your little some a villa down in Hawaii.
but
Now you don't spent all that,
you thinking single, right? You thinking singular. You thinking
right?
about you, nigga.
No, 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 no. I know. But I'm trying to make a
Oh,
point.
okay. How about to see?
You bought yourself 5 cars. You done gone to strip clubs. You done in a whole year, you done fucked some of the baddest bitches you've ever seen in your life,
Sir, and you
right?
gotta pay for 'em. Spend
You
that shit.
so you gotta spend that shit. You feel me? You gotta do all. You done did all this stuff. After that, what do? You know what's gonna happen, nigga? You gonna become Diddy. You got so much
I
money
don't think so.
that you've done,
I think a nigga
bro.
gonna
You
start
got so
paying
much
for
money.
everybody, son.
You
That's
you
why you
got
gonna
so
go
much
broke
money.
you gonna go broke trying to keep everybody on your on that level with you. Cause you that high, you got that much money, and in your life, you the only nigga in your life that ever touched that amount of money. You gonna want to bring everybody you can around you.
That's your
Nigga
first
gonna want to
mistake.
sit there and have little Tay Tay and them from the block, all them.
Fuck all that.
You trying to take
Yeah.
care of your mama, your daddy, your sisters, they kids. You trying to do all, nigga, I'm telling you, like the mind frame of a nigga fresh out the hood, you give them that
Oh,
type of money,
absolutely.
they gonna go
Yeah.
crazy. So
Yeah. They
it
tripping out.
depends on the person you talking about, their background, where they come from, is how they gonna maneuver with that type of money, bro. And I realized that like just watching shit, like how niggas go to the NFL and then you go to jail for kidnapping over some chain, a missing jewelry. You think I'm about to throw all that away from for a chain, fool?
Yeah. Some people will though, bro.
But
Some
that's
people are that
stupid,
foolish.
bro. So that brings me to the question, to the fucking question of the night, right? So the question of the night is what? Let's what it is. It says, what is one thing our generation must uh leave behind before we can truly move forward?
All right. When you say our generation, who we talking about?
Our generation.
Um, I get it. Our generation, but we talking about black folk? Or we talking
We
about
talking about the black
everybody?
community. No, we talking about the black community with our people.
All right. So I'll say this. This one thing that I say we necessarily need to leave behind. And the thing that we need to leave behind is the mentality that we can save everybody because you can't. The problem with black folk is this, bro. Like, this is my biggest issue with black people. And everybody else understands this but us. Every house has its trash. You understand what I'm saying? Every house has its trash. But some houses push their trash to the bottom and they rather elevate all the good that they offer and have. Right? But for
Mm-hmm.
some reason with us, we went from, bro, listen, we went from doctors, scientists, preachers, uh, teachers, and so many different others leading the civil rights movement, right? And before that, right, leading the civil rights movement, coming up with the NAACP and all these different things. Now we got motherfucking rappers who can't speak. Their literacy rate, their literacy rate is terrible. Um, and just so many other different things, bro. It's like we can't continue along the same path. Again, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. And for the last, I'll say, 30 years, we've been doing the exact same thing. And another problem is that we don't have shame anymore. There's no shame. Remember back in the day, we had shame, boy. Them old folks, you did something. You was one of them old folks, boy. You should be ashamed of yourself. Your whole family gonna shame you for doing something you ain't supposed to be doing. You gonna you going to jail? Oh boy, you ain't nobody. You old bum ass. You see,
I'm gonna let you.
No, family. And I think that's what's most important. I think again, uplift people. Again, every other community understands, and we talking about Asians, Latinos, whites, hell, Middle Easterns. Everybody have an understanding of, especially in the Asian community, bro, with me being so close knit, having so many friends and all kinds of different things in the Asian community. Boy, they don't play that shit. Boy, they don't play that shit. Dog, they don't play that shit, boy. Especially you in a family. You do what? You do drugs.
Yeah.
Man, get the fuck. Don't bring him around here no more. Yeah, we don't want to. They shunning him. They don't care because it's a level of excellency that you should expect from yourself. Not only you, but everybody that's included in your bloodline. Why the fuck we saying free anybody? Yeah. Unless he's an innocent person. Now, an innocent person, yeah, free that man or free that woman. If they're innocent, of course, free them till we free them until we see them. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, no, we shouldn't be doing that, man. Excuse me.
So are you saying we don't have honor? Like the black community don't carry honor like they used to?
I will say that, bro. I'm not afraid to say that. Absolutely, 100%. We don't carry honor the way we used to. We don't. Do you understand why the civil rights movement worked? It was because of the black middle class families that financed all these different things. Financed the Marcus Garvey's, financed the Dr. King's, financed the Deacons of Justice and the Black Panther Party and all. They financed them.
That's also was pure soul people though. That's people that you can actually believe in and actually trust.
Absolutely.
To do what they say that they was going to do.
They say they're going to do.
Those activists and shit like that. A lot of activists are crooks. A lot of politicians are crooks. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
You got to sort through the nonsense and the bullshit to find what's real. And I think, like, to your point, it's like a lot of people they too lazy to seek through the garbage to get to what they really need. You feel me? So it kind of holds back the progress. I feel that though. You know what I'm saying?
But again, that's why I say what I say earlier, bro. We can't save everybody.
We can't.
That's our problem. We sitting up here, we're trying to save everybody. We sitting up here, we say, oh yeah, because this. That's how we got fucked up now. No Child Left Behind. We should have, because they didn't understand, they didn't learn, they didn't know. So we kept passing them on and passing them on and passing them on and passing them on. And by the time they got to the point where it's ready for them to graduate, I got it. I keep it real. They were dumb as a fucking rock. That's the problem. You can't do that. No, I get it. I understand it.
Left Behind fucked a lot of niggas up, boy.
It did. And that fucking participation trophy shit. Oh, because you played football. Man, when we play sports, you ain't getting shit.
I think that's because
unless you win.
They gave younger kids, what I look at it, they gave them too much freedom in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
It pacified
like now they baby them up to a point where it's like now these little niggas got ways to send their parents to jail when they don't feel like cleaning their room. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel like doing something, and you don't do it. and they whoop your ass, you need to pick up the phone and call the police and tell your police, hey, my mama just whooped me and come to your house and snatch. Look, I tell you, make the phone call, pack your bags, bro.
Don't come
Because
back.
you're going with them.
You're not coming back here.
That's what you want it to be, fam. So you want to do all that shit. Because I know when I was small, and I was bad as hell when I was young, son. So I knew you getting punched in your chest. Sit your fucking ass down and go to sleep somewhere. I wish you would pick up a phone, try to call somebody, talking about, oh, my mom and my daddy whooped me for doing some shit I did wrong. I wish I fucking would, boy.
Yeah, I mean,
I get my ass whooped, son. But they soft. They not.
they are.
They not built like that, son. And a lot of it is due to the fact of what you said of the no child left behind. They push them through. They, you know, they too lazy to sift through the shit to find what they need and the resources that they need to actually be successful.
Yeah. You want to see what what the product of no child left behind is?
Shut the fuck up. Who you about
They
to
have
say?
to listen. No. I'm not about to point out. You got me talking my New Orleans accent. Now I'm about to say perm. I'm about to say now you perm out. No, but not. I'm gonna point this out. I'm gonna send it to you on Instagram. There is a series that a guy has on Instagram where he goes around when he's in different places and he just has something wrote on like a little card and he walks around. And he asks people to like read it. You've seen it? You seen it? Motherfuckers can't say sophisticated. They can't say volatile. They can't say demeanor. They can't say any like, and that shit is sad, bro. Like I get secondhand embarrassment. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Especially when they black, I be like, oh man, stupid ass man. Like I get like that ignorance come out of me. Like it's like they pull that ignorance out of me, and it's like, damn, bro, how do you not know? How it's a simple sentence. Just read it. Pronounce, just sound it out. Like we learned this shit in school. Like sound it out. Damn.
You talking about this right here?
Yeah. Oh my god, bro. That shit is embarrassing, fam. I get so happy when I see white people mess up words. I'm like, damn, at least it's not just us.
Reflected a surprisingly coordinated
of contradictory evidence in hell no, I don't know that word. In meditate
identical assignment.
What? Niggas say identical.
Procedural.
The sudden accumulation of the accusalis was spoken grievement since the sensibilities.
Damn, bro.
The entire conversation dynamic.
Reassessment.
What's this word?
Nah.
Try it.
Nah.
I do it good.
Hey.
That boy said nah.
The procession of relating.
Read the index card.
Say, brother.
Bro, that shit, damn.
Hey, bro. So that goes to my answer to the question, son. And my answer to the question is, our generation should give up this street culture, bro, for this all together. Just all wrap that shit up, ball it up. Because you think about this shit, bro, this shit goes back all the way from before we was born, before we was walking and talking, son. That street culture has always been, to me, one of the dumbest shit in the fucking world, son. My thing is this. The mind frame I heard a nigga say yesterday. That nigga said, I love my niggas more than I love my bitch. And I asked him, I say, so if you say that, you saying this is like your girlfriend or your wife? He like, no, bro, I've been married for 10 years. But you love a nigga more than you love the person that gave you your kids?
Boys, wild for that.
But niggas say they not gay though. They don't have gay mind frames. I don't understand.
Boy, they beyond, boy.
I don't understand as the street culture, son. The no snitching until somebody hit one of your family members. Now you want everybody to talk. It don't matter if you were the police, they still fucking snitching. Don't matter which way you want to cut it. You know what I'm saying? So if I see some shit, I see your brother get killed, I know the shooter, and then I come tell you, that's still snitching, right? But it
Yeah.
only qualifies if I go tell the police.
Nah, that shit foolishness, bro. Like, let me tell you something, dog.
It's dumb, son.
I never understood the ramifications of all of that, like growing up, right? You would think that don't snitch, don't do this, don't say that, don't whatever, right? Um, but then as you become older, you start to think to yourself, you start to realize, damn, I can now take accountability and say I was a part of the problem, and that was the reason why where we lived, our community, and even other places where I lived, why it didn't get better. That's why.
Yeah, but the
Motherfuckers
street,
always talking about, oh man, I gotta always hit the floor. I wish the neighborhood was better. You have the opportunity to do so, but
so
you
street,
don't. You don't. You don't say.
they don't
You
have,
don't
they
say
don't have,
nothing.
they don't have the same mind frame. Like I said, the strength, the structure of the streets changed over generations. You hear me? Because back in the
Absolutely.
day, when Crips and Bloods was actually created, they was created to protect their community. You know what I'm saying? Women and kids was off limits. You hear me? No matter if you walking up the street and them real OGs are like when they see an old woman coming in the store, they step back, open the door. Straight
Yes,
killers.
ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas had respect for whatever it was. Now these niggas don't give a fuck about nothing. They'll stand in the middle of the crowd, pull a trigger, don't give a fuck who they hit.
Yeah.
Smiling, they mugshot. It's no code. It's no all that shit looks sweet until you locked up for real. When they
Man.
throwing biblical numbers, now you over there crying and weeping and shit. Nigga, shut the fuck up. That's what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit you wanted. Because niggas don't want to take the time. And another thing is what this shit been going on for years, bro. Is that fucking it's lame to be smart. You know what I'm saying? It's lame to go to class and get A's and B's. It's lame to sit down
Yeah.
there and study and do your homework before you go outside. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
That's what kept a lot of niggas dumb as fuck is because you trying to impress your pockets and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga got to get up and go do some shit or fucking know how to count your money, know how to read a fucking book. You can't do none of that shit, but you fire as fuck at sports.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You cold as a motherfucker in baseball, but can't do nothing with it.
Can't do shit with it. We had this conversation before. Remember, bro? We was talking about it, and I told you, I said that's how so many people get played in their contracts because motherfuckers are glaze over it, and they'll see a word like in perpetuity and don't understand what that shit mean. That's forever. That's it.
Obviously,
Once you sign that, they own you forever. Your
obviously, it's small.
likeness, everything.
I don't know.
They don't know. This is one of the reasons why Prince had to change it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
to
artist
change.
formerly known as,
Yeah,
because they
to,
own that. The woman who did the Popeyes commercial, you know that little lady. I hated that shit. Popeyes ripping chicken, honey. I was like, man, that shit pissed me off.
boy, T that made you want to go eat that chicken.
Man, no, T-Day made me want to eat shit. I hated that shit because it was very stereotypical,
Yeah,
and
black fried chicken.
it's the way she spoke and the way she talked and all this. It was over. It was they tried to take something that was very cultural accents, way of life and all these different things, and simplify it into some like coonery ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I digress on that at that point, and whatever. That's neither here nor there. But her likeness, everything about her, she could not use. She couldn't. Bro, she couldn't get in. She couldn't get a movie role. Nothing. That's why you don't see her nowhere no more.
Off a commercial.
Because they owned her likeness, bro. Everything about her, they owned it. If she even talked and sounded a bit like that character, they could have sued her. Like, this is what people don't understand. This is the reason why. Again, there's a difference between knowledge, education, wisdom, and intelligence, right? There's a difference between all of them. They're not the same, and people usually misconstrue it, and it's not. Education is knowing something by being taught it, right? I can educate you on what it is to be a plumber. I can educate you what it is on to be a doctor, a lawyer. You can go to school to get an education. You're educated in something. Education is pretty much me learning how to do something, also memorizing something in order to know what I'm dealing with whenever I face the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom is having the understanding, which is experience. That's why wisdom does not come with age, it comes with experience. I'm wise enough to know that when a fire comes on, I am not supposed to touch it. because it's hot and I'm going to burn myself. That is having wisdom. Wisdom is knowing that I should not jump in this fucking pool if I can't swim. I shouldn't get on a boat without a life vest if I can't swim.
But
That's,
you also
you know what I'm saying?
got people that got they daredevils, nigga. They gotta learn from experience.
And that's fine. And
So,
that's why you have so many motherfuckers dying a year,
yeah,
right?
I'm just saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Right. Intelligence is the ability to I have the ability to learn. I have the ability to adjust to this. I have the ability to walk into a room and know what I'm supposed to be doing, even though I've never been in this type of situation before. The first time I walked into a party myself of a multi-millionaire and I'm standing in that house, one thing that I knew, don't ask nobody what they do for a living because it's rude. Watch how you carry yourself. Don't drink too much because you don't want to be drunk. You feel me? Like this deal and everything you're trying to make, you don't want to fuck that up. Don't do this. Don't. That's intelligent. To be intelligent is to understand, and you move around that room like you already wanted them, or it's just in so many different situations.
You also had to be taught that. You had to be exposed to that, and that is something that had to be, you know what I'm saying, like that really had to be something that you really wanted. Like you wanted to ingest that knowledge, right? When
Right.
you talk about the street shit, though, the way the way the street structure is set up and keeping niggas from in a video like we saw, you hear me? Like niggas can't even read simple words, like simple sentences and shit, is because still to this day, our culture, our black culture had this thing about it ain't cool to be the it ain't cool to be the square, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool to be the father. That shit just starting to change just a little bit. Niggas is really starting to speak on that just a little bit. You know what I'm
Nigga,
saying?
I'm
Like, how
Sesame
he
Street all day. Remember that shit? It's so hip
yeah,
to be a square. Hip,
I'm just saying, like
it's so hip to be a square.
L7 all day.
Nigga,
I'm just saying, like, if you take that shit away, right? If we get rid of
mm-hmm.
this bullshit that we call the street structure or the street code, whatever the fuck you want to call it, you get rid of that shit and just implement some of the shit that other cultures in like put into their children, put into their communities, how they vibe, how they connected, how you say like the Asian culture.
Mm-hmm.
If if you go see Japan, bro, Japan is fucking spotless. There is no it's a generational code that and they gotta live by this, bro. It's like we gotta take care of our shit. We don't take care of our shit. We don't take care of our communities. Our education levels are stupid low. And I really believe it's because of the shit that we like. We continue. The cycle never been broken yet, son. We still
Right.
listening to the same shit. It's just different ways now. Now it's easier to get faster to get to the music than it was when we grew up and before us. First it was
Yeah.
cassette tapes and 8 tracks. That shit take a long time to make. Nigga, if you had an 8 track,
Right.
you super old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We on the cassette tapes, nigga, both sides, A and B. Then that
Right.
bitch went
Yeah.
to you hear me? Then they went to the little iPad, what they call it,
You talking about the iPod?
yeah, the little iPod shit.
Well, we
You hear
had the
me?
MP3 players first, and then we had the
Before that,
iPod.
yeah, you had the MP3 before that, then you had the fucking iPad. So the way you start getting to the bullshit is starting to get faster. And the
Yeah.
song catchy as fuck, though. I ain't gonna lie. The song is really catchy for the summer. But
What's
spin
up?
that shit, son.
Nah, man, fuck all that
that is
stupid
a
shit.
that is a fucking that is
Man,
a
soon that
drug
bitch came,
thing.
soon that bitch came on the radio. I was like, I
Stupid
was
shit.
riding the car, dog. And I turned because I rarely listen to the radio. I have my own playlist that I always play. But I was driving. I don't know. I was going somewhere, bro. I can't remember. I think it like to
Niggas
like
say
give me something
stimulus.
to eat or something. And that shit came on. And that bitch came on. A beat came on. What she said? Where all my scamming ass?
Where all
What she
my
said?
scamming niggas at? That what she said. She calling for the
Man,
calling for them niggas that's out here doing criminal activities.
bitch, I hit the button for B97. I said, "Man, get this shit over. Fuck on
I
this bitch."
ain't gonna lie, so the bitch catchy.
Yeah, some
It
pop
is,
music.
it's a stupid ass song, but it's catchy as fuck.
And see, again, that's why we gotta understand, bro. The eyes are the window to the soul. The ears, you also influenced by what you hear. Just like you can be moved by the stuff that you taste and the things that you feel. You have to be very careful and very mindful. I see, you know me, bro. I'm very spiritual. Most people believe in whatever they believe in, bro. But I'm old school spiritual, like old school. I'm talking about 13 BC spiritual.
And they say
It's
13 pieces.
13 BC spiritual, bro. The energy is the only thing in this world that is scientifically, biblically, and spiritually backed by facts that it cannot be destroyed. It cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred, right? Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred. This is why
That's
you ever had a time. Think about this, bro. Let me put you on some shit. Think about this. You ever had a
true.
time where you happy than a motherfucker? You might be in the grocery store or some shit. You walking around, you singing and shit, and then you walk into you walk up to somebody who just having a fucked up day, and you trying to be nice, and all of a sudden they own it. They own it. And nigga, your whole attitude changed. You're like, hold on, man. Well, you know what I'm saying? You start cursing and all kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden you go about your day and you see this person again. They smiling and now you angry. That's a transference of energy. They took on the good that you had and you gave them the bad that you had. I mean, they gave you the bad that they had.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that shit. And it's the same thing with music. That's why I'm very careful with what I watch, what I listen to, all kinds of different shit, bro. I'm just one. I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody. I'm not saying that I'm more spiritual and light than anybody. I can only speak for myself because I'm walking through this world through my own anecdotal experience, from my own perspective. Sometimes I might step outside to see what somebody, if I'm having a conversation with someone to see something from their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I can only see through my two eyes. You feel me?
Yep.
Or three. You know. But that's it. That's it. And I think that's the thing. That's the problem. When we were children, we got slapped in the mouth when we were singing a song that we weren't supposed to be singing. We got in trouble when we were listening to some shit that we weren't supposed to be listening to. And that's the thing.
Got the taste smacked out your damn mouth.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and I
Got the-
think parents more than anything now, bro, while we on the subject of what we should leave behind, let's leave behind trying to be our children's friends, bro. Because while I can be friendly with you, right, as my child, while I can be friendly with you, look, BS is always catchy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blue Wings, yeah, absolutely. BS is always catchy. That's the truth. That's how they get you. Because the
That what she
bullshit is catchy.
when
And
she
the stuff that you need to hear, it's like food, nigga. The good shit, that shit tastes like the good shit tastes terrible. If that's good for you. But the shit that's bad for
you. I
you.
miss recording music from the radio.
For real,
You
boy. You remember
press,
that
look,
shit?
you gotta press record and
Yeah, that's it.
nigga.
Hey, you first got their cell phone. You had that. You by the radio with you waiting for the little chorus to come on so you can hit that.
Man, what?
Man, it's
Make a whole voicemail on that bitch. Look, hey, you
facts.
reached the phone
Yeah.
of Jay. You hear me?
We
Nigga
used to do
call
that
me
shit
at
on the
9 o'clock with my
remember we used to be on the remember we used to be on the party line and we do that shit. You feel me?
Yeah, I remember the fucking
Before
party
when the
line.
call come, we record the little music first, then we start talking. Yeah, I'm just here for a good time, looking for somebody to talk to.
Stupid as shit, old boy. That shit is stupid.
But
Nah,
man,
but we got. I think for me, that's just it, though. Just leaving that behind, leaving the bullshit, leaving. I'm gonna say like leaving fucking leave like hating on people behind, fool. You ain't always gotta hate on a nigga. So you can push a nigga up. You know what I'm saying, and be happy for them on their journey, whatever they got going, whatever God got for them. You feel me? Like a lot of niggas be hating on you, like they really don't want to see you win like that, but they'll smile in your face and be around you just to see what you got going on, so they can try to throw a wrench or do some bullshit. That shit is
you
fuck
understand why I'm so quiet with a lot of shit. Because how many times have you told me, man, why you don't talk about, why you don't post, why you don't do? I ain't gotta do none of that. I'm good. I don't need to do that because guess what? You know what? A lot of that shit, it brings envy and hate, right? I don't walk around with security 24/7. So guess what? I just made my page on Instagram private again. It used to be open. You know what I'm saying? But that's what before I found out that I didn't have to be the person promoting my own books, that I didn't have to be out front doing this out. I was about, like you was talking about earlier, behind in the times. I was behind in the times. I didn't understand what good reads and Readsy and all this different stuff was, that I don't have to do any of that shit. that I can go to sleep and make money in my sleep by
And
just
yeah,
having somebody else do the shit for me. By even
yeah.
taking my name off of it. Right? Taking my name off of the shit now and having somebody else
Facebook
do it for
content.
me. Be
Yeah.
faceless across the board. You could be faceless with content on YouTube, Instagram, in your life, literature, anything. You could be faceless with anything as
But you
long
know,
as
you
it's
know, a lot
good.
of this shit ain't gonna change, right? You know, we gonna be talking about this shit for the next 60 years, because niggas don't. Everybody, it's gonna take an act of God to come out the clouds and say, "You niggas get y'all shit together," before that everybody be on the same page, the same wavelength, the same understanding of, if the black community just stopped warring with each other for a second, just a second, just a split second, fool, and just turn your eyes and see how the rest of the world is moving around you. Because you think about it, son, a lot of the shit in the world, in America, a black person made and did not get the benefits of their inventions. Did
But
not
at
get
that
the benefits
time,
of the work that they put in, fool. Still to this day.
right? Absolutely,
Still
yeah.
to this
But
day. Like,
because they think about it as like this, right? You have a dog. If your dog invents something, your dog ain't gonna get no credit for it. You gonna take all the credit for it. Your dog don't have no rights to, you know what I'm saying? Like you're just
I
not gonna
feel
do
you.
that. So
Yeah.
that's how they perceived it. I'm not saying this is how we, you know what I'm saying, but that's how they perceived it. So yeah, 85, 90%, probably 95% of everything that happened was something that was invented by us. Because this is the thing that I was having a conversation with someone a few months ago, and I was telling them, I said, you really think that a fucking slave owner created and invented something to make a slave's job better?
Fuck no.
To make it easier?
Some they did have some good slave owners, but then
None.
yeah, I'm about to
None. If you own slaves, you are
own
not a
slave,
good
yeah,
person,
that's
period, bro. Period.
you own another human. No matter
You
how
not,
good
bro.
you do,
You
you
not.
own another
Now,
human.
I will say this. They did have some incidents where you have had some black people that grew up around white folks. And what they ended up doing was they families came together, bought plantations, and then they bought those black people because if not, then somebody else would have. But they lived free on those plantations, right?
Mhm.
And they were
Yeah.
private. Nobody could enter them and none of that kind of bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? So they did. And they grew up like that. And this is why you had a lot of interbreeding in certain places because they did. They grew up like that. Hell, you had some who bought or say that they bought we need to leave groupthink mentality behind. Stop being afraid of individual thoughts or fear of, yeah, absolutely. Rocking the boat. I think a lot of people are afraid of that and scared of that.
Ooh-wee.
Um,
That's a
That's
real one
that's
right there.
real. Yeah,
She
straight up.
fuck you, nigga. What the fuck wrong with
Yeah,
you?
facts.
me and me
Facts.
only. Man, I'm going
Yeah.
for me.
No, no,
Listen,
no.
I
I
can't
don't. I
be
don't think
if
she means. I don't think
I
she
know
means it
I'm
like
just
that.
fucking with
Yeah, I don't think she means it as far as like it's a me and me only kind of thing. I think that as black people, we always say things like, as black people, we're not a monolith, which is
you.
the
Yeah.
truth. We're not. We're not a man. Listen, we had so many, bro. Just go to the '90s in general. You had hood, you had middle class, you had upper middle class black folks, you had soul, right? You had the country farmer types, you had
Mhm.
city folk who did it was so many, it was so many different types. And that still exists to this day. But I think the problem is that, and I think it's done purposely. It's not done, it's not, it's all done by it's all by design. It's not, nothing is coincidental, especially in uh the great business of America. Because I tell people all the time, America is not a country, it's a business. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people are fucked up and keep getting left behind because they don't understand that this country is a business. You can bend the rules as much as you fucking want to. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can really bend the fuck out of them. But if you break them, doesn't matter who you are. If you break them bitches, then yeah, I gotta slap you on your ass now because
I'm about to say it depends on who the fuck you is, nigga. Because if you niggas like Donald Trump can buy your way out of shit. Jeff
listen,
Bezos can
fam.
buy your way out of shit, bro. They got too much dirt on niggas. Depends on how much money you got. Is
Listen,
the
fam.
dictates how you move.
How many times have I told
Out
you?
this
How many
world.
conversations have we had offline over years? Have I told you? And this is the truth. Now, most people may not want to hear it, but it's the truth. Some shit is for the bottom. Some shit is not for the top.
What you mean?
Seriously, some shit is for the bottom, some shit is not for the top. When you talk about, you will see, how can I explain this? So you go, I go to a party and I walk into this party and it's all kinds of different colors of people that's inside of this party. And I see someone white who looks just like the person who's throwing the party tries to get into the party. And they're like, man, fuck no. And then afterwards, I see a group of white people standing around talking about those same white people that were trying to get in the party. And I've heard them say some of the most wild shit I ain't never heard in my life.
Hmm.
And I've had these conversations with other people before, and it's like, damn, bro, they was talking about them like hillbillies talk about niggas. Like, you would think that they didn't look like, they didn't share the same skin tone, they didn't share the same blood, you would think that. So I always say that some shit is for the bottom, some stuff is not for the top. Now it's a facade, all smoke and mirrors, because you have to be intelligent enough to look past that shit, right? I call it the Great Oz theory, where they put this shit in front of your face, but that's not what it is behind the curtain. It's something that's completely different. Again, the analogy of smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, if you fall for it, then you're trapped by it. But if you don't fall for it and you can see through the illusion, then it's a lot of shit that happens that you realize, and you look around and you see and you say, damn, it's crazy.
Which goes back to the original point.
Yeah,
The culture of our shit is distracted by that shit. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, 100%.
So
Like I said in the beginning,
it's very few people that can see through the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
very
They can
few,
they
dog.
can live within it, but they still can see through it to the other side. A lot of people that grew up the way we grew up, and even worse, they don't see that shit because they can't see tomorrow. You feel me? Like, nigga, tomorrow is a task to get to. You feel me?
Mm,
So it's like you only have one type of mentality, and that's that street shit. So you don't really know. The only thing you know is survival. I
mm.
gotta to survive until tomorrow, nigga. You sitting here talking about, well, we sitting here talking about $10 million or something. Boy, that shit is a fantasy to a lot of people.
It is a fantasy to a lot of people. It is,
five hundred
bro.
dollars to pay their light bill is a fantasy, bro.
It
You feel me?
is.
So what you saying is 100% true. It's a
Right,
hundred
yeah.
percent facts, and that would be an ideal world if more people can think like that and see through that shit. But a lot of people can't see through that shit, and it's so fucking thick that you have kids that are well off in the hills trying to come
That's
down here to
still,
the slums to be in that shit. Like, you see what I'm saying?
yeah.
And not even knowing, we trying to figure out ways to unplug this bullshit so we can fuck around, be where
Yeah.
you at, your dumb ass trying to come down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what be like, be fucking me up. Be like, that this the street culture in general gotta go, because when that shit goes away, bro, then you can start rinsing shit off, and then you will start seeing the diamonds in the rough and the golds. Like, you'll start seeing the shit that the black community really fucking produces. Because there's niggas in the street right now, fucking real fucking geniuses in certain aspects, bro. Like, these
Yeah.
niggas are real entrepreneurs because they can really put some shit together. They just
Absolutely.
they just look at it different because they feel like it's fast money. You know what I'm saying? With a expiration date. They don't think about the other side of that shit where you can make it where that shit don't stop if you build it right. You feel me? And now,
Absolutely.
as we start to deconstruct that, I guess, start slowly deconstructing that mentality, bro. Now you got a whole new mentality that came in with this drill shit. You feel me? Like, wherever this shit come from and this dumbass shit, these niggas are the stupidest criminals ever.
Oh, absolutely.
These are the
Bro,
dumbest criminals ever,
bro,
nigga.
it's the Grand Theft generation, bro. That's what I call it.
Ooh,
It's the Grand
ooh.
Theft Auto generation, bro. Like,
All them bitch sucking on some rocks. Them
they
niggas
they
slow.
they they have fabulous imaginations, man. Some of them have. I'm talking about tremendous, because I do some work with the youth and stuff like that. So you know what I mean. I talk, and they have some real fucking fabulous imaginations, bro. I'm talking about, man, in ways you wouldn't imagine. You couldn't even comprehend the things. I thought my imagination was wild, right? And I always like to do that thing where I say, okay, close your eyes, imagine an apple. What color is it? Reach out and touch that apple, and tell yourself about the apple, but tell yourself that about that apple in your mind. Can you do both of those? Yeah. Okay. Well, you're a part of 20% of the population because most people can't do that shit, right? So they have very, very real fabulous imaginations. But again, we got to think about it like this, bro. These kids don't see. Here's a kicker. Back in the day, even living in the hood, we still had some type of inspiration from some families, depending on what part you stayed in. Now, in the projects, it was a little bit different, right? But let's take Sage Street, for example. Some people will call that the hood, right? I just fuck somebody. Some people they just had a shootout out there. I saw on the news like a few weeks ago.
On
They just had
stage?
at the Shell gas station. Yeah, they had a shootout over
Fuck
there.
out here.
I swear, Google it. I'm gonna tell you that's gonna be me from you from now on because you be like you nigga be skeptical as a motherfucker. Yeah, you ain't hear that. Google it, bitch.
Nigga, oh,
But
stage?
but we think about this, bro. You had Mr. Eddie.
Yeah,
Remember Mr. Eddie?
yeah, on that
Mr.
corner.
Eddie, hard working as a motherfucker. His
Yeah.
family, he had his thing. He had everything going. He was straight. What that girl name was? That little light skinned girl used to live across the street. She had a little sister. Her daddy and her mom. They had a golden retriever.
She lived next to Clarence.
No. Oh no, it was dark. No. You talking about dark skinned Clarence? His Javante was
No,
his.
no,
He
light
lived. They
skin.
lived across.
They live across from
No,
um
nigga, they lived on Sage Street.
yeah, they lived on Sage. You know, it's the gas
Clarence didn't
station.
live on Sage. You talking about Chris Clarence?
Oh
Clarence
no.
didn't live on Sage. Clarence lived on Franklin.
No, Corinthians, my bad. Corinthians
Corey, yeah.
Corey.
So, yeah, they used to live next. So even with that, like thinking about that, right? So even as young men, we could still see certain ideas of what different types of black men were. I think I think their daddy owned a business or something like that or whatever. That lived across the street. Mr. Eddie, I think he worked in he was like warehouse manager or some shit. So you saw two different types of black men, right? A one who actually owned their own. You had a one who actually worked for somebody else, but he was still successful and all this, et cetera, et cetera. And then we saw hood shit, and we saw niggas just walking around. And we saw Silverback. You feel me? We saw Stick Man on the corner fighting the pole and shit. You feel me? Dealing with schizophrenia. So we were able to see a lot of different examples. And you just chose what example you were willing to go with. A lot of these kids don't. Like a lot back in the day, a lot of these niggas didn't know. You know how to cook up crack, meth, heroin. You were a chemist. You didn't even understand it,
That's what I'm trying
right?
to tell them.
You
Niggas
were
don't
good with
understand that shit.
you managing the money. You count. I seen niggas that go
Using
through
accountant.
numbers in their head.
Accountant, nigga. I know niggas
Accountant. You're a literal accountant.
Yeah.
Or you could be a mathematician. Anything. You good with numbers. Like they didn't understand this shit. And most folks don't understand that fast money comes with consequences. No matter what where you make it at. Fast money comes with consequences. Now, again, is fast money bad? Absolutely not. Because if you can make it, period. Depending on the way you're gonna make it.
Yeah.
Right? If it's legal, absolutely. Go ahead, do your thing. You're gonna be all right. Just understand how to manage your shit. But everybody else, necessarily not so much. But I say all that. I don't want to keep reiterating over and over and over again because it's gonna become repetitive.
It ain't repetitive what niggas is doing. Niggas can really, if motherfuckers get out their own way, see through the smoke, saying you can change the narrative and change the
a lot.
direction of the community. But as Blue Wednesday, she on this bitch, she got some real good comments, bro. I ain't
For real, facts. Yeah.
I just put it back up there so you can read it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real, bro. Like the mentality, it controls everything. But if you gotta ask yourself, son, like, will they be ever a time where I guess the mental health side of it is gonna be addressed? When people be like, look, I'm dealing with something that's stopping me. You feel me?
Right,
That's stopping me from seeing what we like, what I really need to do to accomplish. Because we with the lack of education, bro, your self-esteem shot, because you really don't believe that you can be in a room with millionaires or people that's above your pay grade, or your
Mhm.
tax bracket. So you stop yourself from going in that room. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go back to school because you feel like you ain't smart enough to sit in the class with these kids that just got out of school, even though you know the craft. You know the craft. You a
Right.
beast at the craft, and all you need is a piece of paper behind you. And
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about college. I'm talking about like light shit. It's gonna get a certification or something.
Take a
Niggas just
trade.
don't
Have
want to get a trade into what you already good at.
yeah.
You see what I'm
Speed
saying?
program.
Because a motherfucker don't want to be looked at as a square, bro. You don't want to be looked at as a soft nigga. You don't want to be looked at as
Mm,
anything less than a hard nigga. Somebody that if I tell you something, I gotta crash out. I gotta jump out a window every time.
I think not only that, bro. I think it's also that a lot of people don't want to be embarrassed because a lot of folks feel like they have to keep up this grand facade or this image, and it's like, dog. I tell people all the time, bro. Like, nigga, you walking in your own shoes every single day, but male or female doesn't matter. You're walking in your own shoes. You're setting the precedent for your own path in your own life. You
Mm-hmm.
can't worry about what this person over here is doing. You can't worry about what that person over there is doing. I
Mm-hmm.
have friends who, before I even got a chance to write my first book, made $700,000 in one day. One day. You
Yeah.
think that mattered? That didn't. I was first of all, I was behind the scenes of clapping and out front because I like to show my support out front and behind the scenes, right? But I was clapping. Ain't no envy over here because they got what they were supposed to get in their time. I've had friends who finished school and became doctors and nurses or someone I know through someone else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they became that in that time. I watched another friend, her sister became a nurse practitioner, 2 years, making really good money. I think she was making like 220,000 a year, something like that. Here she come with a skincare and made $1 million in a week.
Yeah,
She had
skin.
made skincare. She has made 5 times. You know what I'm saying? In one week, what it would have took her sister 5 years. And of course, she wasn't envious of her sister and anything. She clapped her hands. But this is why I say these things to set examples for people. That's what they're getting, and what's meant for them. What's meant for you is whatever's meant for you and what you're gonna get, right? You don't have no. I don't believe in fate and destiny and all that shit. Like tied, like, oh, this is what your life's outcome is gonna be, and you're tied to this. No, I don't
Nah,
believe in that.
get
I
what you
believe
put
your life, you get what you put out. What you put into the system is what you're gonna get
out.
out and get out of the system. Whatever signal you send out is what you're gonna get back amplified to yourself. This is why I oftentimes tell people, man, try to wake up happy every single day, be in a good mood, have a good attitude, even when somebody's being negative towards you. Fuck it, because that signal that you're sending out of happiness, you got God is gonna always say, okay, so he's feeling. Obviously, he likes it, so he's gonna feel more and more and more and more and more of this, right? If you're negative, obviously you like it. So it's gonna feel more and more and more and more and more and more of that shit. You feel me? So as
I'm
a
a,
man think it, so shall he be. Right?
and that's
So what you feel is what you're gonna get. Period. It's what it say, hot or cold, right? There's no such thing as riding a fence. You got dark and light, right? You got chaos and order.
nigga.
You
They
have
got
good and
lukewarm.
evil, bad
They
and
got
good.
hot, lukewarm. They
Man, nigga, lukewarm is hot. The fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Niggas, the sun is out and it's 75 degrees. Is it you walk outside and say, oh, it's pretty
It's
lukewarm out
lukewarm
here?
outside. Nigga,
No,
ain't,
nigga.
ain't too hot. It ain't too cold. It's
It's either
lukewarm.
hot or cold. That's it. Cool is a form of cold, just
Nah,
like
but
warm
like
is a
Blue
form of
Wednesday
hot.
said, bro, it's a lot of people they just scared to do shit on their own. And like it always got to be with somebody else, but they scared to be by themselves. And I could raise my hand, nigga. It took me years to get to that point to be, oh, I'm good to move by myself. If you always feel like you need somebody with you just in case, you know what I'm saying, something failed or whatever it is. Nah, nigga, you gotta learn how to build by yourself. And the ones that's supposed to be there is gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? But
Be
people
there,
are
bro.
scared to take that step of to say one, I'm not okay. I need some
Absolutely.
help. I need guidance. You hear me? Especially from black men. I need guidance because they feel like, okay, well, I'm not in my 20s no more. So if I raise my hand and say, hey, bro, I ain't even lying to you, bro. I'm not okay. Oh man, you a bum ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? That niggas start tearing them down instead of being like, all right, bro, I hear you. What do you need, fam? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
niggas is scared to be. to be the opposite side of some bullshit for somebody else. You hear me? Like, if a nigga tell you let's go rob a bank or let's go rob this liquor store, but if I turn around and be like, say, fuck that liquor store, son, let's go see about this fucking day trade. Let's go learn how to day trade right quick. Let's go learn how to run these trucks. Let's go do something other that's gonna benefit you and keep you out of jail. But motherfuckers is so in that crab in the bucket mentality, bro. So dark in these streets. These kids, when you talk to these kids, I'm gonna do an episode with a kid, one of my from my old football team, just like a little one-on-one interview. So I really want the people to see how they mind frame really is. Like, these little dudes really feel like, and they be coming from the suburbs with this shit. They feel like they got to get everything out the mud. They gotta prove that they got this, and they gotta prove that they hard. And if you nigga hit his partner, then we crashing out. We got them sticks, you know. We got this and that. And I'll be like, y'all niggas sound stupid as fuck, boy. Because I promise you, I'm not going to jail for nair nigga. No, I'm not going to jail for nobody. So I got 3 kids, huh? If I ain't going to jail for myself behind my kids, it better be something serious for the people that I love, for me to be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm ready to crash out and go to jail.
Yeah, man, fuck all that, bro.
Shit on Instagram or fucking Twitter. I'm trying to be a rapper and fit in. Man, y'all niggas sound stupid, bro.
Man, first of all, it's the poverty mindset, and poverty mindset it's not just stuck on people who are in poverty. The poverty mindset is something that can be stuck on anything and anyone because they fantasize about it, bro. It's like going. It's. I hate to say it this way, but it's just like that, bro. It's like going to the zoo, and you seeing those lions locked up in that cage, and you excited about it. So you think you're gonna go to Africa and go to the safari, and it's gonna be the same thing. You could just walk out onto the Serengeti and just walk out there and just, oh hey, let me just go see the lions. And okay, if you think that's what's gonna happen, then if you don't understand that this is a zoo that I'm in. And me seeing not even just a lion, a chimpanzee in a cage is different from going to a place where they are in, they rank in numbers and where, they derive from and where they live and where they survive and all these different things. If you think you're going to go into raw nature and get the same thing that you get from a zoo or aquarium or anything like that, good luck to you. But that's what it is.
Them baboons gonna fuck you up. You go, them baboons on your ass. Nigga, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. How hard you think you is. Nigga. You out of here.
But it's the same thing. It's the same thing with people, bro. If you go to a place trying to fit in with something that you weren't meant for, it just doesn't make sense, bro. Let me tell you something, nigga. I tell my son all the time, I don't give a fuck. Nepotism is a thing for a reason. Absolutely, 100%. So any opportunity that when you finish high school, any opportunity I get you whether you want to go to college or you want to start a business or whatever, fuck that, get it out the mud bullshit, bro. If you got help, if there's someone there to help you, nigga, clap your hands, fall to your knees, and raise your hands to the sky and say, man, I'm so happy that I have this, that I don't have to be out here like everybody else, because that shit is foolish, it's stupid, it's ignorant, it just doesn't make sense. It's a dumb thing for people to even think about or even fantasize about. Nepotism is a thing for a reason. That's why successful people stay successful. That's why their children are successful.
Of course, but that's in other countries.
No, it's in ours too. It exists in ours.
Yeah, but like 1 or 2%.
Fam, I'm not saying you listen.
It could be more than that. You know what I'm saying?
This is another stereotype that I want to kill. Let me help you understand something. There's not a lot of black people. So when we talk about statistics, right? In general, I want you to, anybody in here listening right now, I want y'all to check out something. It's called blackstatistics.com. Say men in general are taught to not express their emotions. So
that's a fact.
Yeah, that's true. He took it down before I finished reading, but no, that's cool. You need to talk out loud. Listen to that man. It takes a lot to admit it, especially from black men. That's true. That's facts. That's factual facts. And this is why I say all the time, bro. There needs to be spaces created. There's no such thing, bro, as you call me and you sad about something, you heard about something. How many conversations we had? You called me about something. But you ever heard me laugh at you?
I called y'all a million times when I
But my thing is, you ever heard me laugh at you and say, man,
we had real conversations.
Nah, bro, because I understand, nigga, you ain't no robot. You ain't AI.
But
You
that's
know what I'm
what
saying? I
that's the
can't handle you
blessing
like
I
that.
have. I have that's the blessing I have.
Right. That's true.
I have a small group of people that I can sit there, and y'all been around me damn near with you since we was 12, 13.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mental health ain't start going crazy for me until like I was in like my early 20s. And at first I didn't really know what it was. You dig? So it's like having somebody that can pick up the phone, you could talk that shit through it. Cause when you in a dark time, nigga, and you ready to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I done some things. I done put a pistol to my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
So
We know.
I done things like that. And when you at that place, bro, you only looking for people to hear you. And before I got what I have now, bro, you know, a lot of people just tell me like, bro, I'm faking. You know what I'm saying? You the little boy that cried wolf because you didn't pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Like all type of shit, bro.
Crazy,
Like
bro.
when I tell you, like niggas, like suck that shit up, keep it moving. Whatever you got going on, bro, you gotta see you got kids, you gotta suck that shit up. Your feelings don't really matter because you gotta live for your kids. These are shit that niggas told me when I'm in the darkest places in my time in my life. You hear
Fucking
me? So
wow.
it's like when it's out there, it's hard for niggas that's in the street. I'm still not saying stop saying niggas, but it's hard for black men in the streets or black men in poverty, period, to see through that smoke screen that them put up for years to understand to say it's okay, bro. Look, I'm not okay. And
Right. Right. Facts.
for me to actually get my life how I needed to get, and for me to see through the smoke, I have to admit that, and then I gotta find somebody that's gonna take me serious when I say this.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So
Absolutely.
that's a very hard thing to admit because it took me years to admit something was wrong with me. You feel me? Like as a man, period. It took me years. So when that comment just hit me a little different when she said it because it's real and it ties into everything that you're saying, bro. Like all this shit is not gonna change. We're gonna still have these conversations for a while until the mentality change, until we really say this is not what we want to ingest into our mind, body, and soul anymore as a collective. But then, as she stated before, as Blue Wednesday stated before, bro, sometimes that collective got to be single, fool. Sometimes you got to move to save your own life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to move individually to be able to maneuver on your own. And if you able to come across a motherfucker that you can help, cool. But if you come across somebody you trying to help and they not trying to help themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like Fast and the Furious, bro. Eject your
Yo,
seatbelt,
see
cuz.
yo, cuz.
You gotta go, bro.
But
Like,
nah,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
But this is why one of my mentors told me, man, and when he told me that shit did hit different because it made sense. He told me, he said, individuals are smart, individuals are intelligent, individuals have wisdom, individuals have knowledge, individuals are educated, individuals. He'd
Mm-hmm.
say, people as a collective are stupid.
As hell.
People as a collective are stupid. And
As
I
fuck.
didn't understand, bro. I didn't understand what that meant. And it took me a long time, like years. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, the fuck do you mean, people? Is it? And then it was like, oh, hive mentality. Oh, people who group thought, group thinking. Oh shit, this. Oh, echo chambers. Oh shit, this. Oh, and it just everything just started hitting me, firing off at once. All my neurons in my brain just firing off at once. Nigga, I think I felt like I had a superpower coming on. I had to hold my head. I felt like my head was gonna explode. Like that's how crazy it was. Like it was all coming to me at one time. And that's why, like in the beginning of this conversation, what I said, can't save everybody, bro. That's
At
our
all.
biggest problem. That's our
At-
biggest problem as black people. We want to save every fucking body. We
Yep.
want to. And for a long time, I used to have the superhero mentality. I did. I had the superhero mentality. I'm not quite the villain. I won't say that. But I used to have the superhero mentality. And it's always because I used to say that this is the only difference between the superhero and the villain. When something happens to the hero says, I'm going to make sure this doesn't happen to anybody else. When
Mhm.
something happens to the villain says that I'm going to hurt everybody else because this has happened to me.
Hurt
So
people.
that was the difference. Hurt people, hurt people. However, the kicker is the difference between the hero and the villain is this. People understand what the villain is. They know what he's about. They know what he wants to do. They know not to poke the bear, and so on and so forth. The problem with the hero is it doesn't matter how many people he saves, how many people he tries to change, how whatever he tries to do, it's always going to be somebody that's going to say you're not doing enough. You understand? I fly at the speed of fucking light and I saved 300,000 people. Somebody's still going to say, well, they had 100 people over there that fell through that sinkhole. You couldn't get to them. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's always a struggle between those two because it's like you're trying to figure out who you, and not in the sense of like on as far as like my morality, because I know where I stand morally. I know where I stand with my integrity, and I know where I stand with my values. So not, you know, hurting any of that, but still on the level of where do I fall in that though? Because if I give a motherfucker an inch, they're gonna take a mile. If I let them slide, they're gonna ice skate. If I'm too humble, then people feel as though that because I'm on this level, I should belittle myself and bring myself down and not shine too much because I'm shining a little bit more than them. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're trying to find some sort of balance, but in the sense of when it comes down to black folk, again, I always say, man, when it comes down to black people, bro, like we don't need the government help for shit. Bro, we spending $2.2 trillion on and offline shopping every fucking single year. Is that good? No, because that means that we don't save, we don't invest, we don't put our money where we're supposed to, we don't, allow it to grow and any of that. That meaning that as soon as black people get money, their hands start itching and they burn. It's like it's burning a hole in their pocket. And I remember my stepfather, man, back in the day telling my mom, he used to say, man, you got to get rid of that poor man's mentality because if you don't, you're going to lose. And what he meant by that was every time you get something, you immediately want to spend it because you think that for some reason the shit is going to fly away.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that also keeps a lot of people in poverty. This is why also we have these conversations often where I fell out with people, man, just simply for having a conversation saying, man, why you feel you need to go out every weekend? Why you need to feel you need to go spend your money on this every weekend? You need to go drink and you go do this, you go do that.
We as a people, I'm gonna say we because you stand with your people.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's more of a mentality of stack liabilities. You know what I'm saying? Over assets. If we can stack liabilities and look good, we good. Because stacking them assets come with too much, cost too much. It's too much work. And to see through that
Absolutely.
fog that you were talking about, bro, that's too much work for some people. And right now they not really all the way locked in on that shit. So it's kind of hard for people to really see what the message is that's out there. You hear me?
Right.
But
And that's why, let me tell you a secret. You ready? You can't save everybody.
yeah, on that, we gonna end it like that, right? You can't save everybody. Everybody can't be saved.
Straight up.
Man, y'all was with us tonight, bro. We appreciate y'all. You hear me? My boy Bruce did his behind the scenes thing, so he's still locked in. The next time y'all gonna see everybody. 1, 2, 3. You hear me? But at the end of the day, bro, y'all tapped in with us. Come back next time, bro. We gonna be doing more shoots and going live a little bit more. So I'll let y'all, bro.
And shout out to Blue Wednesday too for all the comments, the great input and everything. I know I'm not gonna call your real name. But appreciate you so much, love, man. Shout out to you.
Call it government.
I won't call it
government out though.
Yeah. So shout out to you, man. Shout out, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody that tapped in with us tonight.
Chop Tracks. I ain't gonna call it. Well, I almost called that man real name.
Raw Tunes on this thing.
Tunes in his mother. You too. You feel me? Shout out to Tunes, man. We really truly appreciate y'all, bro. Because we really trying to build something with this. Like we're having real conversations. That's why we may sit up here sometimes. You might hear us cussing. You might not hear us cussing. You might hear us saying something vocal. You might not. Because we truly want to create a space for again, black men, sit back, unplug.
Watch us
Honest
grow, man.
conversation.